This video we're gonna be playing Squid Evolution with my brother. So it's my first time playing. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'll just be breaking some of the events doing this, and yeah, so let's get right into it. Hopefully we get a secret today, and yeah, let's just get good at the game. Alright, first of all, I'm probably gonna open crates because I heard that Rainbow Evolution and Capybara Evolution are good. Oh, I got two of those. I think they're good. I'm Frontman. I'm Casey Doll.
And once we got inside, I funded my party. I was ready for whatever was about to happen. This is when I finally ranked up the next tier of monsters to the street. But I had never
Alright. One more level.
just then he took his monster, a full-size skeleton called Squid. One of the stronger monsters and I was just standing there.
Wait.
Before I had to prepare,
Wait, look.
the second I was raised my body, everyone was another one just barely right in front. I wasn't thought it was from that.
I'm an owl man. Brother's already on the second world. Alright, next world, guys. This is actually really fun. Wait, yeah. Anyway, this is really fun. Need Eli Eagle. Alright, should be able to level up in a minute. Alright. Reba.
I looked around and saw players using that at least 50 feet, and even a guy riding a circle. I would have survived here or even break both of them are definitely not a regular. You had some kind of nether use. It was some kind of thing, but that's nothing compared to what
Do you have relics on? Yeah. Do you? Yeah.
in there for a while. Started to rank up.
I gotta get these food.
I was able to do something like that. I'd be able to do whatever I want. Well, your monster is great. How can I do something? Oh, well, it's not. We're not gonna buy a monster. That's where you got a monster like that.
It's actually quite easy, guys. Rare everything's so hard, but it's been out more so. These are pets exactly off there. We're about to level up. I'm a liner.
Now I'm hearing over 20 people have gone in there. They sounded bad. Look, I'm not saying you can.
How much damage do you do? 171,000. Damn. How much do you do? 42. 42,000. Yeah. All you have to do, guys, is back to perfect and do it again, and it should work. Whatever. I'm coming to
Another reason why I'll probably never make out. But it doesn't matter. This is what I find out. I have to trust. Alright, man. Good luck.
What's that sword?
Wait. It's nothing crazy, but I think you have a skill. I hope whatever then. Thanks. I hope you're right. I think him as a step into the I can immediately feel everything around me.
What? Why is it sending me back to golden?
It looks dead, but somehow it didn't feel. Everything has its first fiery feel. Even the ground felt it. I wandered around for a bit longer.
I beat the boss.
That's what the started to help me. If I could touch this village with my there's no way I'd make it back. Every monster there is strong, faster, and more. I need something way more powerful. Something that can hold its own and whatever's up there in your entire village. I thought it was just lava, but when I got closer, I realized even finally, something actually just helped. Maybe I was actually seeing something. I nervously stepped onto the platform. The second my foot hit the brick, I could tell this wasn't just a random stone. It looked like something built specifically for a boss fight. The size, the layout, you felt like this, but there was nothing. I thought it was there was nothing. No mob, no noise, just the sight. Something felt but in this entire forest, like it had been, like whatever was here before, over by something strong. But then I heard something. I turned around and standing right behind me with a giant, first stomp. I didn't have time to think. Immediately, one second, I barely got out of the way. The feeling smashed but even seeing it, I could already tell.
I was cooked.
Whatever this thing was, I had no clue how strong it really was. I need to get back. I have 3 months on my only combat the bus small, fast, decent dodge belongs to the planet, but only has 4 hearts. One from that thing is strong. The skeleton has legs. That's a 5. So let's be honest. Whatever, that is last. What's the agile? I didn't have time. I lined it up, and it's fine. Besides, my success is not just stopping back to work, but it has also all across the set. For a second, I thought it might have been
You still can't go.
I would never.
How do you do so much damage? My relic. And my pet. 45. How did you get that? Daily. A berserker. A berserker. Bizarre. I just got something turning things out. I need XP potion. I got no. Oh wait.
I thought the exact one I was first. So I wouldn't blame it that but the first like random monster after everything that happened, I was exactly wrong. None of my monsters so strong enough to like help, but and I was that guy. I wasn't able to love the play was not well that right now. This was I looked at my I had
Nearly done, guys. I'm sorry for not putting that down. About to be on the next world.
I just basically break up. I made it out of the village and I went back on the life. I was like, is there a way out?
Level up. Nice. Guys, we're finally on Octocall. Hey, this is not Octocall, this is Ducalero. Ducalero Dino stuff. Oh wait, you gotta fight that. What? Hey! I was not even close. Breathe. Enderman. Enderman. Okay. Wait just a second. Anyway, back. My brother's just trying to call me. I'm joining John on Dusty. Wait a second, guys.
Why was it so strong? But then out of nowhere, a guard walked up to me and exploding something. Monsters have advantages over others, and ice is one of them. I never knew about this before, but thinking about it now, it actually makes a lot of sense. Even though a stray might not be the strongest monster out there, against something like my fire-themed zombie, it was a perfect counter. So if I wanted to win this fight, I'd have to try something different. I challenged him again, but this time choosing my trusty pig. Sure, he was from the lowest layer of monster civilization, but he's been one of my most reliable monsters.
Why'd I level up?
He's stronger than you think. The intercom counted us down again, and we spawned back into our monster's body. This time, I was confident with my pig at my side. Immediately, I started pulling the string, dodging arrows left and right. But just before reaching
What just happened?
but instead of freezing up this time, it barely even got I played distance quick, landing a few solid melee, but the stray seemed nervous and started to back away. He managed to get a bit of distance, but it didn't matter. I charged up my laser, took aim, and fired, directly at it, instantly knocking it out. We respawned back into our bodies, and honestly,
next word, I guess.
For the first time ever, I overcame the challenge head on and figured out how to win.
Probably some glitch in the matrix.
I knew that a monster from the F-tier village would be this reliable. Feeling more confident than ever, I left the training arena and headed back to my village. The secret wager event was starting soon, so I made my way to our meeting. Just as I approached, I spotted my friend from earlier, waiting outside for me.
There you are. Are you sure about this? It could get dangerous.
I'm sure. Risks are exactly what we need if we want.
Oh my god, I just got the secret.
Together, we walked in. Immediately, I noticed a massive underground arena, buzzing with excitement and filled with spectators. This was definitely bigger than I
just gonna. Oh my god. Oh my. Wait. That's actually kind of crazy.
Announcing that the frozen Enderman had just secured his 6th consecutive victory. The guy who owned the Enderman just stood confidently in his corner, taunting the crowd and challenging anyone brave enough or maybe dumb enough to step up to him. Everyone around me was muttering in disbelief, claiming that it was impossible to beat this guy. Doubt started creeping in, and I wondered if coming here was a mistake. But suddenly, something clicked. I remember what the guard had explained to me earlier at the training arena. Certain monster mutations had advantages over others. This ice-themed monster was easily destroying all of the fire-themed ones. But if I thought it was something different, something not fire-related, I might actually stand a chance. Before I could even think about it, I shouted, "I'll do it." My friend immediately turned to me, shocked.
Are you sure? You see what he's been doing to everyone else, right?
I'm sure. I know what I'm doing.
But if he beats you, you'll lose your monster. Are you sure this is worth it?
Trust me, I got this. I stepped into the ring. My heart was racing as the intercom announced our fight. On one side, we have our reigning champion, undefeated, unmatched, unstoppable, with his terrifying frozen Enderman. And on the other side, we have some random kid who just climbed out of the F-tier village. Good luck, kid. You're definitely gonna need it. Instantly, embarrassment surged through me. Losing wasn't an option. If I lost, I'd lose my best monster and my pride. But just then, the countdown began and I spawned into my monster. Right away, I tried to fire my laser, but the frozen Enderman effortlessly teleported out of the way. I wasn't worried though. My laser just needed a recharge. We traded hits, and to my surprise, the Enderman attacks barely scratched. This Enderman was only strong against the fire-themed monsters. Against my pig, he wasn't that strong at all. Realizing this, my confidence surged, maybe a bit too much. I got reckless, charging in careless. But the Enderman just kept dodging and teleporting, avoiding most of my powerful hits. This fight felt even for a moment. Neither of us gained the upper hand, but suddenly, we started landing some powerful blows. My cockiness vanished instantly. I panicked at the thought of losing my pig, my most reliable monster by far. If I lost here, I might get stuck in these lower villages forever. Just as the anxiety started to overwhelm me, my laser was fully recharged. Perfect time. One good shot and he'd be finished. But the arena was small. I wouldn't have much time. I had to pick my moments carefully. I kept fighting back, going
You do so much damage.
But then, suddenly, he teleported away.
Like, I woke up in a new Bugatti. Yeah.
Charging up my laser as fast as possible. The Enderman rushed at me, clearly planning to end this fight now. But the laser was almost ready. Just a few seconds left. But suddenly, the Enderman teleported directly in front of me, raising his arms for the final blow. And then, just in time, my laser shot right through the Enderman, and I had officially won the monster battle. On the ground in front of me was another D-tier capture. This one with an ice Enderman clearly marked on the top. I reached down, picked it up, and transformed back into my player form.
Unbelievable! Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning champion has officially been defeated by the new kid from the F-tier village. What an upset!
I made my way out of the ring, still shaking from all the adrenaline. As I approached my friend, I could see a huge grin on his face.
Dude, you actually did it. You took down the reigning champion. I knew you could do it.
Honestly, I wasn't so sure at first.
Well, you nailed it. And now look, this frozen enemy
Alright,
changes
guys.
everything. You remember that burnt mutant zombie we talked about?
Of course, I almost died to it back in the forest.
Exactly. Now with this new ice-themed monster, taking down and capturing the burnt mutant zombie should be way easy. Ice is a perfect counter to the fire-themed monster. This is exactly what you needed.
As he said that, the realization finally settled in. He was right. This wasn't just a random win. It was the exact thing I've been searching for. Capturing that burnt mutant zombie suddenly went from impossible to completely achievable. Me and my friend headed out of the underground. I made a critical
Alright, guys,
error
we're back.
just a split second too late. The zombie landed a devastating hit, instantly wiping out nearly all of my health. Panic set in as I realized how close I was to losing everything. Memories flooded back from my last fight. My health was dangerously low, and I knew a single hit would crush my dreams of reaching S tier forever. But this time, I wasn't the same weak fighter as before. I wasn't running away. Not now. I charged straight back into battle. The zombie swung at me again. I put him instantly behind him, delivering some strong hits back to back to back. He spun around again, but I was too quick. Every swing he made missed completely. I could see him slowing down. His movements grew slow. The attacks nowhere near as fast or as dangerous as they had been before. Realizing he had to be close to defeat, I kept the pressure on, teleporting rapidly around him.
Alright, guys.
Slow after slow.
Finally, probably be stronger.
Defeat the boss.
I can't.
A puff of smoke rose into the air, and where he lay was now a C-tier capture cube. I reached down, picked up the capture cube, and suddenly everything hit me all at once. This wasn't a game anymore. I wasn't the same weak fighter from the S-tier village. I actually made it all the way to C-tier, and there was no turning
Guys,
back now.
we're
Without
about
wasting any
to
more time, I
read
headed
the-
straight to the C-tier village, carefully looking
I
around
don't
at all
know.
the other players with a powerful monster. But eventually, I came across
By the way, I will go back for the buys.
I stepped inside and approached the shopkeeper. Hey, what exactly is this place?
Welcome. This is the monster mutation. If you're looking to strengthen your monsters, you're in the right place.
How exactly do I strengthen my monster?
Easy. Just trade in 5 of your
Oh,
extra
shoot.
monsters, and then I'll mutate any monster of your choice to B tier.
This was perfect. With my new mutant zombie, I could capture a ton of new monsters and use them to upgrade one of my current monsters all the way to B tier, getting me one step closer to my dream of S tier. I stepped outside feeling pumped and immediately approached the first person I saw. Hey, want a battle? Wait, didn't you just rank up like 10 minutes ago? Yep, that's me, he's first. Clearly thinking it'd be an easy win for him.
Alright, how battle you? Just don't come begging you to give your monster back after.
Do it!
Made our way to the monster battle arena. He spawned in his monster.
Attack! Attack!
Zombie in full
Finally.
armor, but then I spawned in mine. The second my mutant zombie appeared, I could tell he immediately regretted accepting this battle. He quickly realized he'd made a huge mistake. He tried to back out, but it was way too late. We transformed into our monsters and the battle began. Immediately, I put his straight towards him. He desperately tried to turn and run, but my mutant zombie was fast, closing the gap quickly. Slammed down hard, instantly taking away most of his health. The impact knocked him across the arena. He struggled back up, and as I tried to begin, I saw him just standing still, accepting his defeat. He knew it was over. I hesitated for a split second.
Defeat the boss.
But I reminded myself that this was what it was all for, and I knew this was exactly what needed to happen. With one final slam, it was finished. We transformed back into our bodies, and the battle was officially over. I collected his monster and walked out, honestly feeling a bit
I just turned
but
into
deep
this.
down, I knew this was the path I had to take. I needed to keep challenging others, capturing their monsters until I could finally mutate one of my own into a powerful B-tier monster. Feeling unstoppable, I went back into the village and immediately challenged another person to battle. Once again, as the battle started, I rushed forward without hesitation. This opponent had immunity, but by now I knew exactly how to hit the boss. This was going to be easy. Just as I expected, he teleported away after the first couple of hits, but I saw it coming a mile away. Predicting his movements, I spun around quickly and slammed down, instantly finishing him off and securing myself yet another monster. It was clear now that I had a huge advantage. I decided to keep going, challenging everyone I could find. I quickly took down 2 more opponents opponents without breaking a sweat, easily capturing their monster. I only needed one more, but just when everything seemed perfect, something happened that nearly
they're gone.
ended my entire
They're
game.
gone.
I approached one last challenge. Someone who looked strangely familiar, although I couldn't quite figure out why. Before I knew it, I challenged him, and there was no backing out now. He confidently agreed, and we headed straight to the battle arena. I spawned in my mutant zombie, feeling invincible, but as my opponent spawned in his mutant Enderman, realization hit me. That's why he looked so familiar. The fight began instantly, and I was worried. His mutant Enderman charged at me with insane speed, catching me completely off guard. I tried to slam down at him, but before I knew it, he teleported behind me, dealing some serious damage. Quickly backing off, I realized how serious this fight was. If I lost here, I'd lose my mutant zombie, the one monster that had brought me closer than ever to S tier. Taking a deep breath, I rushed back in, attacking again, but once again, the Enderman effortlessly teleported away. Anticipating this move, I spun around instantly, trying to catch him off guard, but he was even faster, teleporting behind me again and striking down with hard. Feeling completely outmatched, I backed away, panic setting in.
Wait.
This could
Oh,
actually
no.
be it. If I was gonna win, I needed to play smart.
AOCTO.
I waited patiently, letting him make the next move. Right as he charged back at me, I raised my arms, preparing for an attack. As expected, the Enderman teleported behind me. He thought he caught me off guard, but just as he was about to strike, I spun around and slammed down on him.
I already got a
with everything
secret.
I had. He quickly teleported away, clearly hurt. Now hesitant, he kept his distance, waiting for me to charge first. Feeling confident again, I charged straight at him, slamming down quickly. He dodged it effortlessly, but I was counting. Anticipating his teleport, I spun around once more, slamming directly down on him before he could react. The mutant Enderman tried teleporting once again, but he was too slow. My final strike connected, ending the fight. I watched the smoke rise up and reveal another capture. I collected his monster, Believe. I'd now beaten 5 opponents, including a mutant Enderman. I finally had enough to rank up now. With 5 monsters in my inventory, I made my way back to the mutation shop and handed them over, only keeping my pig, the mutant zombie, and frozen Enderman.
Wow, this is impressive. Now what monster would you like to mutate to BT?
My first thought was the bird mutant zombie. I was clearly demolishing anyone here with ease. It was powerful, sure, but then I remembered how easily the frozen Enderman took it down. If I was gonna make it all the way to S tier, I needed something more reliable, something more consistent, something with no weakness. I pulled out the pig and handed it to the shopkeeper.
Are you sure? This guy's from F.
Trust me, he's got more potential than you think. The shopkeeper shrugged and put my monsters into some weird machine. A couple seconds later, he handed the pig back, but now it was a B-tier monster. I was so proud. I knew how strong and reliable this pig already was, and now there's no telling what he's capable of. I left the shop, stepping into B-tier for the first time. The village was insane. Massive steampunk buildings and towering trees. There were some super interesting mobs all around. It was like I'd stepped into an entirely new world. But as I walked deeper into the village, something caught my eye. Right in the middle of the village, standing completely still, was someone I thought I'd never see again. Jubo. I walked up to him confused. Jubo, aren't you just in F tier? He looked at me, completely cold.
I've been looking for you. That stupid pig of yours sent me back to F tier, and I haven't been the same since.
I was stunned. He was still holding a grudge against me and my pig.
I won't revenge, not just against you, but against your pig.
I didn't say anything. Honestly, I was a little scared. He seemed serious, and there's no telling what kind of monsters he has now.
One-on-one monster battle. The winner gets your pig.
I froze. This is the strongest monster I had, especially after I just mutated. And he wants me to put it on the line for a monster battle? I wasn't so sure. If I lose my pig, there's no telling if I'll ever make it to S tier. But I couldn't back down now. If I wanted to rank up again and make it that much closer to my dream, I'd have to take risks. Okay, let's do it.
No.
Immediately, Jubo and I made our way to the monster battle arena.
I'm not gonna
but I was
eat it
falling behind. I was
too.
beginning to panic. If I lost this fight, my pig would be gone.
What?
Along with my shot.
I'm taking it.
I had to make sure this went my way.
You evil.
In, a guard stopped me at the end.
You better not lose it. I've got money on you.
What? Money? I just stared at it, confused.
Yeah, me and one of the other guards bet on whether you'd actually make it to S tier. So don't screw this up.
I couldn't tell if he was messing. Are you serious?
Yeah, and if you don't win, I'm gonna be pissed.
Great. As if it wasn't enough pressure already. Now I had some random guard's money on. Alright, I'll try my hardest. And with that, I headed inside the arena. But as I walked in, I just mutated my pig. This is its first fight since then. I reached for the cube, tossing it onto the floor. Suddenly, my pig spawned in, and it was huge, bigger than ever before. And now, its laser was glowing gold and blue. This was insane. There's no telling how strong he is now. There's there's no way I'm losing this fight. Then, on the other side of the arena, Jubo spawned in his monster. In front of him, a massive iron golem spawned, towering over him like it was nothing. It wasn't too crazy, but this was definitely going to be a difficult fight. Even though my pig was stronger than ever, I was nervous. I couldn't stop thinking about what would happen if I lost. This pig wasn't just my strongest monster. It was my ticket to SC. Losing it now would destroy everything I've worked for. Suddenly, the fight started and the golem began stomping forward. Every step shook the arena. He was slow, but I wasn't taking any chances. I decided to test the new laser. I held my ground and started charging it up. The hum grew louder and louder, and suddenly I fired. A
Beanstalk
blinding
and
shot
stuff.
across the arena and slammed right into the goal. For a minute, I thought it was over, but then the laser shut off and he just stood there without even a scratch. Uh-oh, panic kicked in. I started backing up, frantically trying to recharge the laser before he got any closer. But he was closing the distance fast, and suddenly, he lunged forward, slamming his massive arms down where I stood. But I was quicker, barely dodging out of the way. I managed to land a couple of quick hits, but before I could get any real damage done, he swung again. Another insanely strong slam aimed right at me. I dodged again, heart pounding. Realizing I needed more distance, I backed up quickly, charging my laser up again, praying one more blast would actually make a difference. The hum built up, and finally, a blue glow spilled across the arena as I unleashed it straight into his chest. The beam tore through the air, but the golem just kept walking forward, completely tanking the laser like it was nothing. Before I knew it, he was right in front of me, and finally, the laser cut off, and he slammed down with everything he had. Before I could even realize what happened, I respawned back into my body, in shock of what just happened. The intercom's voice echoed through the arena.
Jubo has won the first battle. Congratulations. Scorch Pig is now yours.
I couldn't believe it. The same pig that brought me all the way from F tier was gone.
And to reward you for your outstanding performance, you've officially been ranked up to A tier.
I just stood there, barely able to breathe, when Jubo walked over with a smug look on his face.
You know, I actually thought for a second that you'd actually make it to S tier, but I guess you just got lucky up until now. Eventually, that luck had to run out.
I didn't even have the energy to respond. I couldn't believe what was happening.
Honestly, you should be happy you made it this far. You'll probably be stuck here forever.
He just kept talking, but it was like his voice was just fading into the background. I couldn't even understand what he was saying.
Tell you what, I'll make it to S tier for you. Maybe I'll even capture one of those bosses while I'm at it.
He turned, walking out of the arena with my pig. I might never see him or my pig again. I followed him out of the arena, still replaying everything that just happened in my head. But before I could even make it out of the arena, the guard from earlier stopped.
Whoa, hold on. What just happened then? How did you lose? You just upgraded that pig. There's no way you lost.
I don't know, man. I don't even know what happened in there.
But,
Why do you even care? I'm the one who just lost my best monster.
look, kid, I've got a lot of money riding on you.
I don't care. You're worrying about a stupid bet while I'm out here watching everything I've worked for fall apart. Maybe next time, don't bet on a pig from the F tier village. I didn't wait for him to answer. I just walked away, leaving him standing there with nothing to say. I made my way back to the B tier village, head down, barely noticing anything around. I just couldn't forget about what happened in
Anyway,
that arena.
that's it for today, guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.